Um, my mother said one day to me over my dead body, will I ever use one of those things? And she pointed at rollators and scooters. And with that, I became aware that medical devices are a technical solution for a body with a problem. And I thought, huh, we're not a body with a problem. We're people that want to live an engaged and active life. So I set out, I'm a woodworker and restoration architect by trade. But I set out to make something better for my mom because I wanted her to have something as she was aging um, to um, uh, to be happier to use, and that would make her feel good. Um, I incorporated in 2012. This is the 8th year in the market. Not 8th year in the market, sorry. We exist for 8 years. This is the 5th year in the market because I did a lot of prototypes and development, obviously. We measure our company. I built my company not to sell bikes and to make money, but I built my company um, to have impact on a better world. Because I always like, so we're a certified B Corp, or we're carbon neutral, more than carbon neutral actually, and we're measuring our impact by the global, the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. We're also a CEO venture that some of you might know. So here are a few of the prototypes. On the left side, you see my mum. And one of the things that I discovered is that 60%, 50–60% of people that use wheelchairs can use their legs, but have nothing available to them to be at eye level and to use their legs. And so I came through the whole discovery of testing prototypes and understanding what people live with. I came to understand that we don't have healthcare. We have a sick care system because it's reactive and it predominantly medicates. So I thought, if we have a sick care system, that's fine. People get sick, we need a sick care system. But if we call it a sick care system, you can understand that we don't actually have health. So I built my business to create a healthcare system that we don't have. And I break that down into mobility, community, and healthy food. And then when you see that our sick care system drives people into poverty, the moment you have a diagnosis of MS, for example, you lose your job, you lose friends because it's too uncomfortable, they didn't sign up for that. And your medical bills go up by far, and generally people get driven into poverty. So I thought that's interesting, because the moment you need something, you actually don't have the money to pay for it. The Alinker is not a medical device for reasons that I can now sell it for, say, $2,000 US. If I were to sell this through certified medical suppliers, I would have to charge at least 2, if not 2.5, 3 times as much. That's a whole story in itself. So I'm not a medical device. We're not funded by, or people do not get it back by insurances. We then create access to mobility by making 0% rent to own available. We do crowdfunding campaigns with people. We have an integrated crowdfunding platform. We were the first in the world to do that, have an integrated crowdfunding platform on our website. So we help people do their crowdfunding campaigns. And just this morning, number 157 completed. That means 157 people have now an Alinker. It's designed in such a way that they don't need to handle money, because if you're on disability, you can't receive money, you can't handle money, you get penalized, or you lose your disability. And so 157 people have an Alinker. The moment the campaign completes, we ship them an Alinker. So for us, it's a sale, we support, it's community building, and they get Alinkers. That accounts for about 10% of our sales of last year. As I said, this is the 5th year in the market right now. Last year in Canada, we did total, but in Canadian dollars, we did just over $3 million. The money we all get living wages, including myself. So we don't have a high-paying CEO or C-suite people in our company. We all get living wages, and we employ Alinker users. Half of our staff, half of our full-time staff are actually Alinker users. That means that these are people that are not on disability anymore. Yeah, that's a little bit the story of the Alinker itself. Now the impact of COVID, and I'll stop sharing my screen. The impact of COVID has been quite substantial in a way that Taiwan has seen an incredible increase of demand of bicycles. And now what happens as a small company, that you see that large companies just buy all the production slots in Taiwan. So as a small company, they're like, yeah, come back in 2023. Luckily, we have incredibly good partners through Nijland in the Netherlands, a bike manufacturer, who has been my partner in making the pre-production prototypes and doing the engineering with the partners in Taiwan. But the minimum order quantity has gone up by 10 times. So if I could order 100 Alinkers before, don't knock on our door if you don't order at least 1,000. The price is increasing between 10 and 20% for all the parts. So in total, around 20% price increase for cost of goods. And the delivery time is, instead of 4 months from order to that I have it in a warehouse in the US, for example, or in Canada, is now 14 months if you're lucky. New products, we just launched some children Alinkers, the smaller sizes. We had to take them off the market again because it's not possible to get any kind of new product into the production. We spend about $500,000 over the last half year to just get the production slots. We ordered 1,000 Alinkers. We're in a very good position, luckily, because we had such a good year last year, that we have product for the year to come. And we just placed a new order for 2022. So we're good, but most small companies will actually go belly up in this year because they just don't have product. If you don't have product, then you can't, you're not in business. So we're lucky, we're very lucky. I'm also been part of the, I'm gonna share the screen one more time because that's, I've been part of the trade missions, the all-female trade missions in of Canada, representing Canada in Japan last year, in South Korea lately, virtually, and next week, no, in 2 weeks or something in Taiwan. I presented at the Dutch embassy in Guangzhou. And this is Justin Trudeau, who is with me there. And I should have combed my hair probably at that time. I was at the CEO summit last year, and I'm on the cover of the very first CEO magazine. CEO is a network, women funding women, that goes worldwide. I'm one of the funded women-owned, women-led companies to be funded by CEO. And Justin has us on the radar. And we're very regularly talking with Minister Mary Ng and Justin to talk about how we can get more money to women-owned companies, because